Hey guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. You join me today for the very beginning of the visual restoration for my MK5 Golf GTI. Now, as you can see, the car is looking in a bit of a sorry state, and I'd be lying if I said that I'd actually cleaned the car in my 2 months of ownership, but that's actually purely down to today's video because, as you know, this car is over 13 years old now, and to be honest, when I looked at the car and ended up buying the car, I could clearly see that the car has basically just been occasionally washed and maintained, your average car wash. Basically a scratch and shine. So being a black car as well, it shows every imperfection. It's obviously had some paintwork repairs in its lifetime as well, so there's its fair share of imperfections, which in this series we're going to be giving some attention. Now, today's video is basically all in preparation to get to work on the car, but like I said, the car has basically never had a proper clean. So I truly believe that this wash that we're about to do in today's video is going to be its first ever proper clean in its lifetime. And well, yeah, it definitely needs it, doesn't it? It's absolutely filthy. Wintertime here in the UK, we've got countryside roads all around us, so a car's going to get muddy, and that is very, very muddy. So basically the plan for this series is to essentially bring some life back into this car, make it, well, almost like what it was brand new, 90,000 miles ago, that is. So we're going to be partnering up with both Mike from Connings Detailing, who I shall introduce you to very shortly, and also a company called Nacio, who we'll be working with in the future videos. So basically apply some specific products and coatings to the car to make it look brand new. So like I said, I'll introduce you to Mike from Connings in a moment, and then we'll get cracking on giving this thing a well-deserved birthday. Look at this then, snow foam is going on. This is all part of the pre-wash stage, and oh, it looks really weird actually, like this. Really, really cool. So satisfying. Anyway, now some of you may recognise Mike because you detailed my Golf R back in the day. Right. Now, ever since I bought this car, I've been kind of nagging you, saying, look, we need to do something to this. Give it some love, really, because it's, well, it was looking a bit tired about 20 minutes ago, to be honest. I've been it's rallying it around.
Already starting to look a lot better.
That's it, yeah.
Shame you have to downgrade from the 7.5 mark to 5.
Well, yeah, you never know what, to be honest. I keep on looking at Golf Rs, to be fair. Especially a manual one, because I'm missing a manual in my little fleet, so...
Yeah, you do see a lot of them on the road.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, so we've done just a basic pre-wash.
Yep.
So we've done the citrus wash to start with. Then we followed with the active snow foam. We'll leave it to dwell a little bit, and then we will wash the car, take the wheels off, and we'll start the contamination process. So once the car is clean, we will wheel it inside, inspect it under the lights, and then we will decide the further approach.
Yep. There's definitely some scratches on it though, isn't there? Because I showed you shortly after I got it.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, I can see the scratches on a 5-year or 5 days old car. Yeah. So this is, what year is it?
07.
07. Well, so have the all rights to have some scratches.
That's it. And I've said to you as well, it's had some paint in the past. There's some overspray here and there. Which, well, obviously be able to get rid of as well.
I'm sure I will be able to identify the problems once the car is cleaned and we have the sufficient lighting inside the new unit to inspect it.
Lovely stuff.
Nonetheless, the car is starting to look better.
Yeah, better. Yeah, good word. Yeah, better. I like that. It looked awful before. It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. But I'm sure we can make it look as good as new again.
Definitely.
Or even better.
Because I was looking for one of these for months, actually. Like 6 months. And when I saw this, I saw the potential in it. I know that it had some down points, like the fact the cam belt was really overdue. But the wheels had just been refurbed. The paintwork was okay.
Absolutely agree. I mean, compared to other GTIs Mark 5 I would see, I mean, this one is in very good condition considering the mileage, the age of the car. Obviously, benefit is the wheels been refurbished, which is good, and everything else can be improved.
That's it. Yeah.
Doing the detailing and the paint correction. Obviously, we will protect the achieved finish with nasal coating.
Yep.
So that will help you to keep the car clean, and the maintenance will just become so easy.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we're going for, really, because this is my daily almost. Bit of a run around, to be honest, but awesome. All right. Well, I think we should get this snow foam off and then crack on with the cleaning. So, wheels are now off. We're going to do 2 at a time. Mike is busy doing the front at the moment, but I just thought I'd come in here, have a look at the grime. Even though we've done the pre-wash stage already, got most of the mud and grime off, well, the main part of the car really. Did a quick go over with the wheel arches, but there's still just so much grime. I mean, right up underneath the wheel arches, there's just loads of it. Look at all that up on the suspension components, all down in there. It's grimy, but this is going to be pretty satisfying, I think. So what we're doing at the moment then, my friend?
So basically I'm using the underfloor cleaner. This is water-based cleaner, so it's not as strong as some solvent-based products.
Yep.
So basically what is happening now, all the grease and contamination will wait when the product will start working. Then we rinse it off and we'll start the cleaning process.
Brilliant. There's actually quite a lot of, well, grease and rubbish under here, isn't
Yes, that's right. We can see some silver overspray. So at some point someone was trying probably just tidy it up, make it look a little bit better. So they sprayed a shock absorber. Yeah, it's something we will clean it and we'll try to restore it to...
And this part of the car has definitely had no attention.
Oh,
I mean, why would you with a cheap old Golf, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Only an idiot would.
Yeah, or someone who really loved their car. So
yeah. Now this is pretty satisfying to watch, I must say.
Oh, it is. It is.
It's satisfying to do as well, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Sense of achievement and yeah, it's great. Absolutely.
Now, actually, the wheels. Just touch on these. Now, like I said, these were refurbished just before I bought them, so obviously there's no damage really, apart from the centre caps, which are obviously original, which I've got some more coming. But to be honest, they're not actually that dirty. To be fair, there's a little bit of brake dust which we've already got off in the pre-rinse stage. Well, the pre-wash stage, should I say. But they're not too bad, actually. So that's going to be fairly simple to solve. I guess we're just going to soak the 2 wheel arches at the moment. Get all the products working away at all the grime. And then, like we said, get cracking on the washing stage. So now the front wheel arch has now had time to dry, and obviously it hasn't been dressed or anything. That'll be coming in the detailing part of this series. But now onto the wheels. Got some Red 7 on there at the moment, soaking in. There's actually more contaminants on there than I thought. This is obviously the front wheel. Have a look at that in there. And then obviously Mike's on it with the back one at the moment. This is all the stuff which came out the rear arch, by the way. Have a look at that. And actually now that is drying off. So that's looking awesome. I mean, look at that. Again, hasn't been dressed, literally just been washed, and all the grease taken off. Now agitating the barrels of the wheels, the back of the spokes and everything. I mean, that area there, you're just never going to get to it. But yeah, same process for the other side. Yeah, it's taken a while, but I mean, it's looking absolutely awesome at the moment. And when it's all done, it's going to look like a brand new car. Right, so Mike is busy making a start on the rear wheel arches on the offside. Look at all of that mud coming out. Now, I've been assigned the task of doing the wheels. Now, same again really, just so much grime on the inner edge of the barrel, especially behind the spoke as well. There we go. That's why I do the front as well. But again, look at this. That is mental. The amount of dirt, grime. Looks like it's in the burner actually. Just with no wheels. Anyway, right, I need to crack on with this, get it all done and make it a nice shiner. Of course, the final stage of today's video is the contact wash. We're going at this now probably for about 4 hours, and now's the time where you get to do the contact wash. See all the studs flying off. Of course, there's no protection on this plate whatsoever. You can see there's just no beading or anything. But that's going to change very soon. Of course, in the later videos in this series, yeah, looking so nice now. Everything will dry off in the unit, and then we can make a start on correction, although that will follow in a future video, not today, where we will be able to maybe have a little brief overview of what we're looking at with the paint, the kind of conditions, scratches, any damage or anything, and then yeah, we can go from there really. But I think I'm going to get out of the way before I get absolutely drenched. But yeah, Mike's done a proper job of this. Kind of back to what it was like when I picked it up, although still it wasn't really that clean after that. So theoretically, this is the first time I've ever seen this car looking fairly reasonable. Okay, so car is now inside the drying bay at the moment. Now Mike, I think he's just going around. What's that? What's that?
Oh, I'm just checking the thickness of the lacquer. Obviously, we've had few previous repairs, so the front end has been painted, the doors have been painted, so I just want to make sure we have enough material to work with to carry the paint correction and just bring it back to the best possible condition.
I think most of the car's probably been resprayed in its life, to be fair.
Absolutely. Again, 2007 is a black car. I mean, I would be very, very surprised if it hadn't had any previous repairs.
And it was a London car as well.
So, well, so that definitely adds them.
Exactly. Well, at least the car's now clean. So basically, we're not in the main studio at the moment. This is just the drying bay. So in the later videos, which you'll see in due course, obviously, we'll be in the main detailing studio. We'll be able to have the proper lights. But I think there is a few bits which we need to definitely take into consideration, as well as the general swirl marks, really. Now that the car is clean, we can, of course, see that. So I guess, what are we looking at? What have you found?
So the biggest concern I have at the moment, so when we washed the car, I did notice there is a chemical damage to the paintwork. So that's what it looks like. It looks almost like there is some kind of haziness, which it isn't. So this type of the damage I would expect to see on the cars which have been smart repair with very low quality materials, and over the time, even going through the car wash using traffic film remover, it will react that way. Obviously something we will rectify. It just, as you can see, it is badly affected. When we move the lights to the fender, you can't really see, so that would indicate it must be the reaction with the poor quality material. One more thing I did notice, obviously, from the body shop, they were trying to rectify some problem there, so they are polishing marks when they use the sanding paper just to level some areas.
That is badly scratched, isn't it? That's really bad.
I mean, again, it's a black car, so it's pretty much what we would expect to see. The wheels are good on another note.
Wheels are alright,
quite a bit of contamination in the paintwork, so we will still have to do the chemical contamination, decontamination to remove.
Kind of clay bar, that kind of process.
Exactly that. So the clay bar will be the first step, and then we'll follow with the tar and glue remover, and we'll see what we'll end up with, and then we'll decide further steps. Obviously, lights will definitely need a little bit of polishing. There is some staining more on this side, so you can see. It looks like maybe someone was trying to polish it at some point in the past, and it just it's hard to say. It looks almost like there is some kind of the damage, and it looks like a little bit of the lacquer. Nonetheless, it will be rectified. Obviously the plastic trim, the typical over the time, it's just losing its properties. It's not shiny anymore, it's not black, so we will do our best to restore it.
It's kind of gone all grey now, isn't it? So
that's right, so you can see the top section is still have a little bit of nice sheen, and
the bottom bit where it gets battered with all the stones and mud and all that.
And going forward again, that's the repainted quarter. We will just do a little bit of the paint correction, maybe some wet sanding, just to improve the general finish on the repair.
More plastics down there as well.
Yeah, that's right. So plastic, a lot of contamination around the trim. It's not something that can be removed just by washing the car. We'll have to use the cutting compound to actually polish around the trim. Okay, so again, as we know, the car have been in a body shop. We can see a lot of overspray on a piano black, or it used to be piano black.
It's piano grey now.
Piano grey. There is some overspray also on the window, so you can actually feel it.
Yeah.
A-pillar.
You can actually see it as well.
Absolutely. So that almost like haze looking or mist looking areas, that's actually where there's overspray of the lacquer. Going forward, obviously the lights, they already lost their E-coat, so they will need to be restored. We are going to wet sand it, polish it up, and apply the clear coat on top of them.
Lovely jubbly. So this is basically just the start of the transformation, really. The preparation, well, part of the preparation, because we've still got the clay bar and everything, and decontamination, but now it's at least looking fairly respectable.
It's clean.
Yeah,
it's clean. And it just needs to be polished,
yeah,
and restored to the best possible condition. Which I think we have everything we need. There is a good material to look really, really good.
Yeah. No, I'm really excited.
Very often people don't realize how much improvement can be made. So I think that will be a great example to show what can be done.
Definitely.
By just very extensive detailing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's all to look forward to really in the coming weeks. But I think for now, a massive thank you to yourself for for cleaning it for me.
Thank you very
much. Must have been
Thank
4 or 5 hours to get it all up to scratch, but awesome. But we'll see more of you in the coming videos when we'll get some polishing done, and then some of the other stuff in partnership with Naciol as well. So yeah. Oh, before I let you go, by the way, all your details as well, Instagram, website, everything like that.
Absolutely.
Will be down in the description as well. But obviously, everyone watching will see Mike in future videos coming very soon. But I think for now, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
looking forward to
yeah, definitely.
Such a lovely example
The
of
beast.
GTI.
That may have been a little bit sarcastic. So the first stage of the cosmetic restoration on the Golf GTI is now complete. Now we do need to do a few more decontamination bits, like we said, clay bar, that kind of thing, before we get machine polishes on it, get it all paint corrected for ceramic coating it, and then going into the interior as well. So there's plenty more work to be getting on with, well, on Mike's behalf, not necessarily me, I'm just stood here filming. But a massive thank you goes to him for doing the work so far, and also all of the other work which will be coming very soon. I'm really excited to be able to, well, see it all unfold really, and share it all with you guys as well, because I think it's going to come up really, really well. So the paint correction is the next video, which will be coming soon. So yeah, I guess that's what we can leave it at today. Like I mentioned, you can find all of Mike's details down in the description down below. But like I said, we'll be seeing him in future videos anyway. But that's going to wrap things up from me today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe for all the adventures still to come.